L Sham for distracting me. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to MCS. What do you mean idea? Put it on YT.
YT.
Does he not know that I stream every race? Okay, anyways, I don't know what he's talking about. He also left. I think he's on acid. That's besides the point. So hello everybody, welcome to the DiS imaging series. We're trying out some new things this weekend. So as you can see, this is new. It's going to be across the screen. So yeah. And then the cup one is on the side of the screen. What do you mean put it on YT Jam? I'm quiet on the stream? Okay. Is that better? Anyways. Hello everybody, welcome to Nashville Super Speedway for the DiS imaging series. We have 39 cars, I think, as usual. Well, I can't fix it too much because otherwise I break everything. Like, I can bass boost my mic, but it doesn't solve a whole lot. Anyways. Yeah, I know. Anyways. Adrian Medina on pole. Ethan Galaxy second. Medina, your points leader. Galaxy looking for his first win of the season and first at the 96. Rixo Jen, Lawrence Powell, both looking for their first wins of the season. Byron Wise, Lefty Oliver, also looking for their first wins of the season. Okay, sorry. Then we have Harms, Logs, Bush, Denny Ham, Jamal Balderas, third sit. Levi Soto, Will, Sand Dyer, Todd Turner, Aaron Bennett, Stephen Miller, Max Hardy, Shane Miller, Damon Middleton, Andrew Bell, Jeff Reed, Francesco Free, Harry Larson, Darren Lawrence, Stephen Neal, Justin Ross, Lucas Mears, DeMarvian Bell, Blake Newman, Hunter Kong, Keenan Mackey, Danica Deegan, Cindric Austin, Dick Cummings, Reed Wilson, Austin Higgins, and last place, Stiff Cummings. So, full field here today.
First points leader, Adrian Medina starting on the pole.
Yeah. Now, in years past, it has been rather difficult to pass people at this racetrack. We'll see how much that changes. 60 laps. Gonna be an interesting race because fuel is about 30 laps, give or take a few laps. So some people may be short, some people might be right on that number. So, could this turn into a fuel mileage race? Most likely not. But if we get overtime, which is always a threat, everything gets thrown out the table. Forgot to open better cautions in Jamal Balderas with a problem. And it looks like they're going to delay the green, which I'm not going to let them do. So we're just going to raw dog it. Anyways, coming to the green. Medina, Galaxy, on the front row. Rixo Gen third. Green flag. Up to the gears they go. Here we go. Medina clears into one. And that's big. We'll get live scoring up after this lap. Side by side for second. Galaxy looking to clear on the outside. Gonna do so. Tolliver clears Powell for fourth. Dives to the bottom. That's a shot at Rixogen. 3 wide for Valvoline Fords.
Back, sorry.
Wiggles. Give up the spot to both of his Cup Series teammates. Well, teammates that race in the Cup Series. This is a better way to put it. Wise went way up the track. One thing I will note. Francesco Free didn't get a good starting position. He was somewhere in the 20s, so he'll be on the up the entire race. Oh yeah, the leader is wrong. Oops.
Okay, yeah, I was tripping. I was like, where did Medina go?
What does it say? Oh, Lucas Mewes with the problem. Down the pit lane. Take a look at chat. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, looks like we'll never know. Probably a tire or something.
Why was the chat like up there?
Actually,
on the left side.
I actually don't know. Used to come. I don't know. I don't ask questions here. Tolliver currently P4. We'll see how he can do if we get a little bit of a long run here.
So Joe with the fastest lap currently.
Yep, third place. Hasn't won since he captured that shocker a year.
Closer than last year.
Yeah, a year ago at Kansas. So that was a big race for him and his team. But he's continuing to show speed. He just hasn't found a way back to victory lane, and honestly hasn't been that close either. I'm gonna go around the outside of Harm's gonna set it up for Logs as well. Logs works the outside. Side by side.
She didn't come here in D2 last year. We actually didn't come.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it was an early season, right? Oh. Welcome back. After that. Are you okay to it? Yeah, your like internet or something's exploding. For early stages, 93 hasn't really been able to get away. Stitt and Wise going at it. Free has cracked the top 15. Here's Balderas. P14. And Lucas Mears out of the race early in the 15 with his problem. Top 3 under a blanket, nearly nose to tail. And I mean, if they can stay close like this up until pit stops, I think the pit stops may decide the race without a caution.
Also, but what I was saying when my thing kept like freezing for some reason, I actually didn't know we did not race here last year in D2.
I'm not too surprised because I think we did it super early in the season last year for the doubleheader.
Yeah, when they had their 5 million week break.
Yeah.
When is the truck series back?
Ooh, Talladega maybe? Maybe next week?
Let's take a look.
Next week's not Talladega. Talladega's in a few weeks yet.
I think Talladega's in 3 weeks, so something earlier.
Yeah. Arca comes back at Talladega. Hi, Barry.
Yeah, Trucks is back next week at Kansas, all 3 series.
Well, the top 3, yeah. Medina continues to control this race. Hasn't really given up any chances for Galaxy to take the lead. And he's starting to put a little bit of a gap. But just can't really get more than 2 car lengths out until they start bringing him back in. And another big piece of this puzzle is going to be the lap traffic. So when we get into
lap traffic had a big effect on the Cup race last year.
Definitely did. I remember, was it Penny Kim or was it Fields that won last year? I think it was Fields.
Pretty sure it was Fields.
In lap traffic. Which is kind of the ultimate decider of that race. And then up next, obviously tonight, we have the Cup Series here. And we actually race here twice in the Cup Series. I don't know about the other series, but I know we race here twice in the Cup Series this year.
I think it's the time to talk about who the top 3 is in the Cup Series.
Uh-oh.
To start the race.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So, of course, if you guys recall, last race weekend at Richmond, we all know what happened. Well, we don't all know. You know what I mean. Teammates Larry Cooper Jr. and Byron Wise racing for the win with, I think it was 10 to go? No, 12 to go.
Something
lap
like that.
139.
Yeah, so 12 to go.
Out of 150. Lap car Wallace Fields, all 3 teammates. LCJ tries to make a move around his teammate. Byron Wise follows him, gets into his bumper, gets him loose, drives through him, turns him into Wallace Fields, wrecking both of his teammates. And then, of course, Byron Wise goes on to win the race. And that kind of spiked some controversy and, of course, some talks within the Valvoline team. So it's going to be quite interesting to see 3 drivers involved in that controversial wreck starting top 3 in the following week.
Yeah, and we have a little special thing about the Cup Series race this week. We plan on doing it for the rest of the season, but this will be our first time with a live timing ticker for the Cup Series, and all the cars will have number cards that were personally done by me yesterday in a very quick manner. So some of them might not look great, but you can't tell, so it's fine. They look better than the default numbers.
Yeah, I was with my girlfriend all day, and then I come home and this dude's like, yo, I got a ticker. It's at like 11 in the morning, and it's just full of number cards, and I was shocked that he made them all in like one day.
You really just said 11 in the morning, by the way.
I'm fried, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I've been up since like 6 in the morning. Went to Cowboys training camp. It was hot as hell. I'm like geeked.
That makes sense. One thing I will note, Frey, although being very quick, hasn't made all that many advances. Still struggling in the teens right now. I thought he was going to be so much quicker than this at getting through the field. But just struggling back a little bit. But still, very solid. Jesus. And look at this. This top 3 continues to just stay at this equidistant spacing. But there's 4 lap cars right here that they're all going to have to go through. Potentially at the same time. And then it's a little ways away to the next group. Hovering around that 0.23 to 2.4 range basically every lap. Actually going to close in coming off of the turn, but then lost it down the back straight away. It seems like the 93 is struggling on the entry, but it's to back up and work on the exit. Going to give up a tenth or so there that lap. Really good 1 and 2 there. Medina had both of the cars behind beat significantly there. There's a little bit of a run from Galaxy, starting to close that gap back in. We're getting to kind of the edge of the early pit stop window, but if you pit this early, I don't think you can really make it. So I don't expect any pitters quite yet, but we're getting there. And you know Medina wants to have as big a gap as he can. And he does have one of his teammates right here, Cindric Austin, could play some defense for him as a lapped car. Slight adjustment, middle of the turn for Medina. Checked him up quite a bit. Let Galaxy close in and almost got into the back of Cummings.
Medina looking to go back-to-back and get his 3rd career win. The current points leader, I would say he might be the championship favorite right now.
I don't know about favorite, but he certainly is one of the stronger guys. He's so well-rounded. Doesn't have a lot to worry about when it comes to road courses. And always finds a way up front at the ovals. So he clears the lap traffic first, and Higgins plays huge defense for him, held them up through the center of the turn. Now these two are going to get through, but it lost a couple of tenths. As this top 3 is checked out completely. The cup race here, I believe, is 105 laps, something like that. So that's going to be interesting with the breakdown of 30-ish laps of fuel. Because do you play some tire strategy so that last run isn't just 15 laps? Split it into 25s through the race? Do you try to cut out a stop? Do you add an extra? We'll find out how all that stuff works. And Galaxy has closed the gap back in. Remember, when they emerged from the lap traffic, it was about half a second between 1 and 2, maybe a little less. Now it's back down to 1 and a bit tenths. I mean, continuously closing in. And if I had to guess, pit stops come at any time now. One thing I will note, Free did get through a couple of cars. Well, I say that, and then I can't find him. But I think that's because he's actually farther back. Yeah, he is. But you can see he got around Turner and all these guys. So see if he can keep closing in. Could get definitely more positions before the end of this race. Jen has held on to the quickest lap. Got it very early in the race, first few laps. And, well, we're going to get pit stops, which is going to be where his quick time is kind of challenged once everyone gets onto new tires. We're officially at the halfway mark of this race.
I really think the pit stops are going to decide who wins this race.
I think so too. I think that and lap traffic.
Yeah. Serious question.
What?
Have you ever seen a crash at this track?
Yes. One. Ever. It was Corey McKinney barrel rolling down the backstretch, so I don't know if we want that.
When did that happen?
It was in a testing race. A couple of guys from the pit road. Looks like Dirk Stitt is in. As you can see on the ticker, he plummets to the back. His track position will
I don't even think about that. The live timing's gonna help us with pit stops so much better.
Yep. So here comes everyone. Top 3 come in together. Little bit interesting. I thought they were going to kind of break it up. Someone was going to early pit, someone was going to late pit. And there is a late pitter. There's Byron Wise, I believe. Yep, he's going to stay out. He's going to take control of the race, at least temporarily.
I would call this the money stop.
I would say so too. There's Francesco Free, kind of caught up in these leaders. Now, all these guys at the very end of pit road. And look at this. Medina going to get a ton of help from slow cars here. Will in the way. Force Galaxy to slow down a little bit. Inside of the pit lane. A little bit quicker on the right side for Galaxy. But still has to make up the time. Coming out of pit road here. There you go. Got the better stop. Galaxy out to the lead. Or provisional lead. Currently, Wise does lead, but he's in pit road. Pardon?
Did he take fuel?
He might not have waited all the way. So now it's going to be kind of a question of if he can make it. And look at this. Lefty Tolliver closed all the way in. He just came out of pit road, and he is within a second of the race leader. Whoa. Yeah, did he take 2 or something? I was not paying attention to Lefty.
Yeah,
no, he took 4.
Oh. His pit crew is just
opposite of Bubba's.
Oh. Yep. And he didn't speed.
Now, it doesn't look like he's that quick. That's the only problem here. So, he could be pretty reliant on... well,
lap traffic.
Lap traffic. Medina's honing in. Jesus. But he had a bad 3 and 4. He was really quick in 1 and 2. Free has cracked the top 10. Courtesy of pit cycle. Wise's strategy did not work, staying out super long.
I think Wise may be just using it as an opportunity to experiment with strategies for tomorrow's race.
And also just kind of passing. I think a big part of this race, especially in the Cup Series, is going to be passing people. I think being able to pass people is going to be what is kind of the difference between a good and a bad car. Bennett doing a really good job at holding up Galaxy here. Harms with the quickest time after pit cycle. Still in 7th, but picked up a couple of spots through the cycle. Tolliver closing. Could have a Galaxy versus Tolliver battle for the win here. And Bennett on these new tires actually able to hold off this 96. 97 could sneak to his outside. Tolliver's there. From 4th place before the cycle. Gonna go to the race lead at least by an inch for now. Now he's got to hope Bennett doesn't slow him down and chooses to slow down the 96 instead. Tolliver does lead the lap. Ooh, a little bit loose there from the 96. Got back to the lead by a little bit. Now the 97 peeks out ahead. I mean, if Tolliver can get to the quarter panel of the 4, he'll get the pass done on the 96. But if the 96 can get alongside this 4 and maybe get the pass done on the 4, he'll clear the 97. So it's kind of up to who passes first. But Medina closing in. Look at this. He's within 2 seconds of the leaders. And look at this. I just remembered. Bennett, Medina's teammate. Oh, 3 wide. And Galaxy gets away, holds on to the race lead. Tolliver will get through that lap traffic. There's a huge battle there.
Free inside the top 10.
Yeah, I know.
How long it's been.
Yeah, he got there right after pit cycle. I mentioned that. Now he's about to work on Ham and potentially Wise. I could see him getting at least 1 or 2 of these guys before this race is done. You can see he's quick.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the good qualifying and at a track where Track position so important. Can't miss qualifying. Medina's stuck behind Newman.
Lion signing Trayvon Diggs, apparently.
Who?
Lion signing Trayvon Diggs.
Ooh, time for him to sit on the practice squad for a month and then get released. Or waived. Either or. Powell and Harms going at it somewhere. Oh, I see this. Right here as the 3 all the way up near the wall. I mean, this is 3rd to 7th. Right here, this is 5 cars. A little group here. Rixogen gonna drive away from Stitt. Tolliver's kind of lost connection with the 96. And now there's a lap car between them, so that's big. 6/10 and a lap car. That is a huge, huge gap to the 96. So that means he has to pass a car and close in time. Well, in my opinion, the 96 is one of the best cars on the racetrack. Definitely better than the 97. And what a pit stop from the 97 team. Not giving them enough credit.
Really curious if Galaxy can make it or not.
I mean, he was second and a bit quicker. Almost 2 quicker than the 93. And he must have had a better entry and stuff because he didn't have to check up as much. And then he didn't have the slow cars in front of him. So that kind of makes sense for the time gain. Now, Galaxy did put a big gap on. Well, what happened to Medina? Dropped to 5th. And he could drop another spot here. Powell going to get around him. Oh, Medina sends it in. Uh-oh. Harms almost into the wall, trying to avoid the 4. 3 wide here. Now 96 boxed in right now. Gonna go for a 3 wide move. He did carry enough momentum to maybe make that stick. Does ship it in. But those 3 wide moves, it always checks up all 3 cars really bad. Is that going to cost them a ton of time? But there's still now 3 cars between him and second place. Tolliver has been caught by Jen. Jen going to sneak around the outside. Look at Rixogen. Through the middle. 3 wide. Jen through to second. Hasn't been to victory lane in over a year. Been a long time. Won Kansas. Well, I guess not quite over a year. That happened just a year ago. Next week is Kansas week, so. Gonna come into that week maybe with some momentum as he gets away into second. But the 96 passed 4 lap cars. So 4 cars between first and second. Middleton almost came up in front of Stitt. Almost caused a problem there. Medina has fallen off a ton. Back to the 7th spot here. And out of this group of people. 3 wide there. Harm's going to send it on the bottom. These are both for position. Jen all the way low underneath Nuckwit. Or not Nuckwit, sorry. Mackey. Where's that die? That is Mackey, sorry.
Here's the silver one.
Yeah. I thought so. I was just second guessing myself. Super bad there. I mean, in the pre-race, Troy said, I can't believe Ethan hasn't won in the 96. And, well, here we are with now 10 to go. And Ethan Galaxy has a 3-second lead and multiple lap cars between him and second place. And you saw that 7 car twitched Now Stitt gonna get to the bottom.
Defending champion.
Oh, Rixogeno just got chopped into the wall. He was able
like
to.
this pack right here with the slower cars and the faster cars. If a caution comes out, if a wreck happens, it's going to be in this pack, I feel like.
Probably. Harms has climbed up inside the top 5, but Powell going to get back to his outside. This is for position, but Mackey in the way of the 35. This has brought Medina, Wise, Free all into this battle. Free has been in 9th. I mean, he's slowly been on the clock.
It looks like they're going to like plow into the outside wall.
Well, you're lucky it's not Iowa. Otherwise, they probably would. Jen finally could get around these lap cars. But in that time, the 96 put another 3 between them. So without a caution, I think this race could be over, at least for the win. And the 97 got shipped by the 6. Harm's a big move. Does he send the 26 now as well? He does. Oh my god, Mackey 3 wide around the outside as a lapped car.
Look at Stitt.
Stitt made it stick through the middle. 6 car gonna make it 3 wide again. Unhappy with being single file or side by side. Wants some 3 wide. Adrian Medina comes rocketing around the outside. Big run here. The 93, does he take it somewhere? No, just gonna push the 97 through the middle. Didn't want to force the issue.
This pack is looking like Michigan.
Oh god. And look at the 93 through the middle. Yeah, maybe nudge the 9. Free slowly picking up spots up to 7th. Working on his teammate. His teammate gets alongside Tolliver. I mean, the 96 looks like it's gonna be the first win of the season for him. Now we just watch the battle back here. 6 drops to the bottom. Gonna send it in on the 923. Both stuck on the outside. Now alongside the 41. Stanek Deegan still somehow. And gets through to 5th. Look at this. Free 7th. Been a long upwards climb for the 47 team. I think he has race-winning pace. He just was so bad in qualifying. Just didn't have the time to get up there. Couple of restarts I think would have helped them. Wiggled up the track. That was Daryl Morris. I mean, Galaxy 2 to go. Just tailing the end of lap traffic here. With Andrew Bell, Max Hardy, Justin Ross, Shane Miller. We haven't talked about him at all. 22 cars remain on the lead lap. Seems as if we might put 1 or 2 more down, depending on the 96 car to pit road.
Oh, car on pit road.
Watch Lefty. Okay, Lefty didn't do it. Not this time. So Harry Larson, down pit lane. Shouldn't matter much though. Wiggle from Andrew Bell in the middle there. The 2 Freightliner cars side by side. At least they were. And Ethan Galaxy, first win of Season 8, comes in Nashville. He's going to win in Music City. And does it dominating this entire race. Jen got 2nd. Big momentum coming into Kansas. Won last year. Stitt gets another good finish. Medina likely going to keep his points lead. Galaxy gets a good finish. Free was able to do pretty good. Muir's the only car to DNF. Larson down pit road. He had engine damage. 40 had a tire going down. Still unsure of what happened at the beginning of the race with the 15. But that will be the end of that. We will see you for the Cup Series in just a minute here.
Sorry, I gotta make sure Ethan knew he won.
So yeah, let me just get the ticker and stuff switched over. Will just be one moment here. I need to change like a couple of settings. Because I do that one, and then I need to just change the ticker. Oh, this one. There we go. That looks right. Boom.